Have you got your hands on the new Becoming Unstoppable book yet? This is my soul aligned guide to epic level success, and it is all in a book for you now, ready on Amazon. So go and grab your copy, grab yourself a cuppa, and enjoy the read because your life is about to transform for the better. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's podcast episode. This week, I want to talk to you about something that absolutely cripples most people when it comes to their business. And it is that big word, fear. Our fear shows up in so many ways. It can show up as logic. So your mindset can talk to you in the most logical way and tell you you're not experienced enough to do something, or you shouldn't be doing something, and it'll give you all of the reasons why, and it'll sound really logical to you. Your fear will show up in procrastination. So you might get sidetracked, you might start something, and then suddenly you jump into something else because you get excited, or you might have that lack of clarity where your mindset starts off where you start something and it's the path you really meant to be taking and you get excited. So your fear creeps in and it goes, no, we've got this thing over here and you should do this first. So it will sidetrack you and tell you that you're not really clear on what it is that you want. It'll come out in perfectionism. So if you are feeling perfectionism and that is stopping you moving forward with something, that again is fear showing up. It is a part of your ego that is stopping you moving forward. It'll come out in fear of being seen. So when you're running your business, you might only stick to certain platforms. You might stick to something where you don't have to put your face on camera. You might stick to something where you're hiding behind a name. There could be all sorts of things that's actually stopping you from being seen because you have this fear of being seen. There is so many ways that fear can show up for you as an entrepreneur. And it can even come to the point where you maybe don't price things the way that you want to price them because you're scared no one will buy. You maybe do a launch sequence in a way so you think you have to give all this free information out before anyone will join your program because you're scared if you don't do that, people maybe don't see the value of it. You might put your offers out at a price point and then you might feel like you have to add lots of bonuses and lots of different things and then one-on-ones and all these extras on top because you have this fear that people won't see the true value or they won't pay what you've asked for. So again, fear comes out in this is the prostitute energy that I talk about, and that comes out in lowering your worth, lowering your value, asking you to give more of yourself in order to receive that money back. And that's another form of your ego showing up as fear. There's also the inner child that can show up and it can stifle your creativity, can tell you that you're not good at things, you don't know how to do the tech, you don't know how to do pretty posts on Canva, you don't know how to work Instagram, the algorithms hate you. All of these things, can you hear your inner child speaking to you? It's all tantrum based. It's all coming from a place of, I'm not good enough, so I won't even bother trying, or I'm no good at that. And again, that is fear being shadowed and over analyzed by your inner child. So instead of it showing up as saying to you, I'm scared of this, it comes out as a really logical thing of saying you're no good at tech, or you don't know what you're doing, or you're not good enough. So you start to believe these things about yourself. But what fear is always doing is holding you back from your greatness, holding you back from the path that you are meant to be walking and walking well. That's the difference. You are meant to be walking this path and you were probably walking it, but fear might be helping you to walk it slower than walk down it really well with that confidence of you of that 7-figure CEO. You of that woman who knows she is here to help the world and knows her worth in doing that. That is what fear is holding you back from, the version of you that already knows the truth. And the way that fear does this, it comes and shows up as false evidence appearing real. So all of the things I've just talked about are exactly what that is. False evidence appearing real. And your mind starts to tell you that that is who you are. So your mind will start to take in that false evidence and use it to form your identity. It'll use it to tell you who you are as a person. So it might use it to tell you, you are not good enough to be the coach that you want to be, or you are not good enough to be the photographer you want to be. So what you will start to do is allow your identity to be that photographer or that coach or the jewelry maker or whatever it is that you are. And it'll say that you are that thing, but you're not as good as others yet. You might need to get education. You might need to expand your skills. And it'll tell you all these things that you need to do, which is keeping you away from who you actually are inside. But it'll start to build your identity. It'll start to tell you things like you're lazy. You don't want to be working all the hours God sends. You don't want to be doing all this stuff. You just want to relax. And it'll start to tell you, you know, you're lazy. You like being lazy. You don't want to pour all this energy into your business. But actually, you start to tell yourself then you're lazy and you start to feel guilty about you not pouring energy into your business. And it brings in this spiral effect of making you feel bad about yourself when really it's just false evidence appearing real. So whichever way it shows up for you, what you've got to start to understand is that you can break it. You can stop believing the false evidence. The fact that you had this idea for the business, the fact that you had this soul-aligned gift that you were meant to do is all the proof that you need. The desires that you have for the life that you want to live is proof that that life exists and is already created for you. The energy is already created. We can't create energy. It's already there. It's already in a form that we are there ready to grasp. So what you need to do is start being able to grasp it. And to be able to grasp that life in, to be able to pull it closer to you, to be able to make it happen so you can see it daily, you need to become the person who believes that it is for you, who believes that that is your life. And that's where you start to change your identity to that person, because you stop believing the bullshit. You stop believing the fear. You stop believing the false evidence, and you start becoming the person you were born to become. You start to become the version of you that is soul aligned, that is meant to grasp those things in this lifetime. Because if they weren't for you, you wouldn't be able to dream of them. There's no part of me that dreams of being a professional footballer. There's no part of me that wants any of that in my life, because that is not my path. That is not what I'm walking down. But there is a part of me that dreams of being the 7-figure CEO stood on a stage talking to thousands of people in an arena. There isn't a part of me that wants to be stood on that stage as a singer, but I still want to be stood on that stage. So have a think about your dreams. They are unique to you. And they're unique to you because they are the path that you are meant to be walking on. So the question is, how long are you going to allow the false evidence to define your identity? Because whilst you are doing that, you are pushing those dreams out of your grasp. Not out of reach, out of your grasp. And you could be grabbing hold of them now by saying you are already that person who has them. Blaming your identity for what it truly was meant to be. And the longer you push them back, the longer you hold them out of your grasp, you're just stalling your soul alignment. You're stalling what you were here to do. You're stalling your soul path. And you've got to ask yourself, do you want to get to the end of your life and still be small? Still be holding back? Still have a fear of being seen? Or still have a fear of procrastination or perfectionism? Or do you want to get to the end of your life and said, I did it. I went for it. I became who I was meant to become. That's what you're here for. Your whole soul purpose, your whole soul path is about you becoming the person who has those dreams. Because the version of you who has those dreams is the version of you that is impacting life to the max. You are impacting others. You are spreading your light, your joy across the world. And that was what you were born for. So if you keep believing the false evidence, you're just slowing down the process. And you're hindering other people's paths. The people who are here to look up to you, the people who are here to be influenced by you, the people who are here to hear your story, they are waiting for you to show up. They are waiting for you to believe in yourself. So if you are not ready to stop believing the false evidence, then that is a choice, but it's a choice to stay small. And I'm asking you today to stop believing the false evidence and step into your greatness, because that is what you are here for. There is nothing else you were born to do in this planet. You were born to be the person that is already inside of you, just without all the false evidence appearing real. So let yourself drop the fear. Let yourself be who you were meant to be and become the badass that you know is inside of you. If you need any support with this, please reach out. I have coaching packages available and also places in the Becoming Unstoppable Sisterhood. So that is an amazing community. Check out the links to that. But have the most amazing week and start becoming your badass self that wants to come out. Catch you soon. Bye. Are you ready to skyrocket your success? Well, I have exciting news for you. I am now launching my new Becoming Unstoppable Sisterhood. This is available for women who are here to make a massive impact in this world. If you are ready for the success and abundance that you have always dreamed of, then please come and join this sisterhood. It's a chance for you to align your energy with your highest vibration, step into that power, and release anything that's stopping you from living your best life. Plus, having an amazing community of women around you to support you, celebrate your success, and cheer you on just like you deserve. So if you are ready for a big change and ready to make a huge impact, then please come and join the sisterhood. All the details are in the show notes, and I cannot wait to see you in there.